My heart knows. Sunday the 27th of February 2022. Full update. Make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified for more updates like this. Malhar walks towards a terrorist, seeing him looking at the toy parrot. He asks him to stop. The terrorist runs away. Sampada sees Kalayani there and thinks Malhar must also be here. She tries to go near Kalayani, but the terrorists come in front of her. Sampada gets scared. Atharv is dancing with Kalayani and others and sees Sampada scared. He thinks what Gandhi auntie is doing here. Sampada runs from there. Kalayani thinks, where is Malhar ji? Malhar runs behind the terrorist. Kalayani gets worried for Atharv and thinks, where did he go? Malhar throws a copper pot on the terrorists. The terrorists catch Sampada and say, your game is finished. Sampada throws chili powder in their eyes and runs away. Atharv comes to Sampada and asks why that guys are troubling you. Sampada asks him to come with her and sits somewhere. She asks Atharv to call his AAI and Baba and not to tell anyone about her. Atharv says okay and goes. Malhar is running behind the terrorist and asks him to tell about their plan. Atharv comes to Kalayani and says, bad auntie is here and asked me to call my AAI and Baba. Kalayani says it means Sampada came to know something about the terrorists. She asks Atharv to take her there. Malhar beats up the goons. Other goon comes and breaks bottle on his shoulder. Malhar turns and is unaffected. He beats them terrorists. The terrorist falls down and collides with Vaman. He beats the terrorist. Vaman tells Malhar that I came to know about many people's lives in danger and asks him to go and says I will take this terrorist to police station. Malhar is leaving and gets terrorist's phone, thinks it must be terrorist's boss. He calls on that number which takes him to Vaman. Vaman's terrorist gun at Malhar. Vaman laughs. Malhar is shocked. Vaman laughs and says you would have been saved if went to the seashore. He asks his terrorists to catch Sampada. Malhar is shocked. Atharv takes Kalayani to the place where Sampada asked him to bring her, but Sampada is not there. Kalayani reads the message which Sampada has written on the wall about bomb in coconuts. She asks Atharv to search Baba, Malhar, and inform him about bombs in the coconuts. She runs to search Sampada. Sampada comes near the seashore and thinks she can't go back else will be caught. She'll jump in the water. She jumps in the lake. Kalayani comes there and sees Sampada drowned in the water. She says, what did you do, Sampada? Kalayani shouts for help, but nobody hears her as busy with the dancing and music. Kalayani jumps in the lake to save Sampada. Sampada gets scared seeing whale coming near her. Kalayani is also scared. The whale swims near Sampada. Sampada is shocked. Vaman asks his goons to put Malhar in car and says bomb will start now. Malhar asks why are you doing this and says I will tell police that you helped me reach the terrorists and bomb. Vaman refuses. Kalayani manages to save Sampada, but she is still inside. Malhar says if I had known you then wouldn't have let Aparna Aai marry you. Vaman asks did you do any favor and tells that he will not leave his mission in any circumstances. Atharv comes there and asks them to leave his barber and threatens to throw coconut on them. Vaman says it can explode any time and asks terrorists to hold Atharv. The terrorist says you said that it will explode now. Kalayani is pulled inside the water by the whale. Kalayani is shocked. Malhar beats the terrorists. Atharv gets happy and says Baba beat them. Malhar snatches Vaman's gun and aims gun at his head. He asks Pawa to hold him and takes coconut from Atharv's hand. He sees bomb in it and runs towards the people to stop them from breaking the coconut. Sampada also tells the people not to break coconut. The whale injures Kalayani. Sampada and Malhar try to stop the people. They see blood in the water and stop from breaking the coconut. Sampada gets shocked seeing blood in the water. Malhar asking Pawa to alert all fishermen and says there are bombs in the coconuts. Pawa says they have broken all walkie-talkie. Malhar says I will go. Sampada tries to tell the fishermen and women not to break the coconut, but they are about to break the coconut and stop seeing blood in the water. Fisherman says if shark fish caught anyone. Sampada sees blood and is shocked too. Malhar tells in loudspeaker that the coconuts which are in their hands can have the bomb and asks them not to panic and not to throw it. He asks them to hand over the coconuts to his team. Police team takes the coconuts from them. Malhar says it is good that you all stopped seeing the blood in water and says they will investigate whose blood it is. Sampada shouts calling Malhar. Malhar says Sampada and comes to her. Sampada says this is all Baba's conspiracy. Malhar says I know. Sampada cries and says she came here rescuing herself to tell him somehow, but his goons followed her. She then says the blood in the sea is of Kalayani. She says Kalayani is fighting with the shark alone and asks him to go and save her. He says she risked her life to save me and asks him to save her. Malhar says Kalayani and runs. Rao tells that Kalayani jumped from here as per the info. Malhar shouts Kalayani. Rao gives him something to fight with shark. Malhar jumps inside. Atharv comes to Sampada and asks where is AAI. Sampada asks him not to worry and says Baba will bring AAI. Atharv asks where is Baba. The fishermen ask each other if there is any coconut left. Sampada asks them to go and save her, says Kalayani risked her life for them. She prays to God for Kalayani's life. Malhar puts the weapon in shark's mouth and searches Kalayani. He finds Kalayani in the underground of the sea and brings her. Atharv says AAI is with Baba. Sampada, Atharv and fishermen and women are happy. Atharv says Baba. Malhar calls ambulance and takes Kalayani, Sampad and Atharv with them. The terrorists come to Anupriya, Aao Saheb, Aparna and Pallavi and tell that Vaman and others are arrested by ACP. They say they shall kill them. Anupriya asks them to see women power. They recall freeing their hands and shouts at the terrorists. They stand up and beats the terrorists. Song plays. The bomb in the coconuts start beeping. Anupriya says there is a bomb in the coconuts. She asks Aao Saheb and others to run. Terrorist holds Anupriya's foot. Aao Saheb stops for Anupriya. Anupriya asks Aparna to take Aao Saheb. Aao Saheb comes out with Aparna and worries for Anupriya. Anupriya frees herself and comes out. The bombs explode in Vaman's house. At police station, Malhar asks Parwa to find Atul and take Konkan police help, says he is going to hospital for Kalayani. Vaman tells that Atul is not terrorists, he had kept the proofs and tells that his partner is free and will do the explosion. Aao Saheb says it is good that you got saved. Anupriya sees someone looking at them and tells Aao Saheb. The person or Vaman's partner in crime sits on the bike and runs away. Anupriya finds something there. Commissioner tells Aao Saheb and others that crores of people was saved because Malhar, Kalayani and Sampada. Aao Saheb asks about Atul. Commissioner tells that they will search him and tells that Kalyani's condition is bad, she fought with the shark and saved Sampada. Anupriya is shocked. Malhar comes there and says I did wrong to doubt her, how can I think that Kalayani can support wrong? She has saved many people and she herself. Anupriya asks what happened to Kalayani. Just then doctor and hospital staff bring Kalayani there on a stretcher while she is unconscious. Everyone is shocked. Atharv says AAI. Aao Saheb is about to faint. Aparna holds her. Anupriya asks Kalayani to open her eyes and asks Malhar what happened to her. She cries. Sampada says nothing has happened to her, she is alive. Doctor says she is out of danger, but nothing can be said until she gains consciousness. Ketki comes there with Sarthak and asks what happened. Aao Saheb blames Sarthak for shooting Atul. Ketki says she bailed him. Sarthak says I didn't do anything. Malhar assures Aao Saheb that he will find Atul and says he has promised Kalyani. Anupriya asks Kalyani to open her eyes and says you used to eat my brain daily with your talks. She says if you don't teach me then I will fail and asks her to open her eyes. Anupriya and Sampada cries. Malhar comes there with Sarthak and Ketki. He asks her to open her eyes and says Vaman is guilty and trapped and shot Atul Mama. He says we have all the proofs and we will search Atul soon. Ketki hears him and goes. Malhar cries seeing her condition. Thanks for watching till the end, make sure you subscribe, and click on the notification bell to get notified for more updates like this. Like, comment and share.
To change your